And now it's time for another episode of Detective Self. Today's case, love, passion, and a lot to clean up.
They checked in at 5 o'clock this evening, still in their suit and gown from the wedding. The room next door said they heard arguing and several loud crashes. Shortly after, there were screams, followed by numerous thuds. I sent Percy here to look into the disturbance.
It was terrifying. I've never seen anything like it.
As you see, there's plenty of blood and not a body in sight. The perpetrator was obviously more concerned with getting both parties the hell out of Dodge before wiping away the mess.
It's an ugly sight, all right. I guess this is what happens when you ask your lady to do butt stuff.
So you're saying the bride did this?
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's that if a lady isn't trying to kill your spirit, she'll at least start with your body. This reminds me of when I dated Cheyenne Bennett. She was always begging me to take her to see live theater. Whenever I told her no, she'd put her hand on my scrotum and threaten to turn my grapes into raisins. I later asked her to do it again while calling me scum as she tightened a belt around my neck.
Detective Self, this is no time to go down memory lane. Can't you see a brutal murder has taken place?
Yes, and it's a shame it had to happen in a love nest as nice as this. I once spent a weekend at the Randy Rabbit's Lodge with a tasty dish by the name of Hillary Madison. We didn't leave our room for days. We left a mess kind of like this one, but it wasn't blood, for the most part.
Detective, please, could you not digress into your personal life? We have a case to solve.
What's there to solve? No doubt about it. Foul play definitely transpired in this here room.
Everyone knows that, Detective. We need to find out who's responsible, where they are, and what they did with the victim.
What they did with the victim? Hell, they either got rid of it or did something to it I won't repeat in front of Miss Holloway here. This reminds me of when I was on a case outside Regal City. We looked into a junkyard where bodies of missing people turned up. We stumbled across the man in charge wearing nothing but zebra-printed underwear while listening to Johnny Mathis records. Since then, I can't listen to Misty without getting a bad taste in my mouth. Speaking of taste in mouths, what time does this hotel stop serving room service? All this investigating sure got a fella famished.
What about the murder?
It's not going anywhere. First, I gotta murder a chicken salad on wheat with a side of fruit salad.
Tune in next time when Detective Self searches for a thief on the waters.
We saw him steal all the fish we caught and take off in his boat. He was a little man.
Ah, so I need to find a little man in a boat. I've always had trouble with cases like these. Once I had to find a little man in a boat some time ago. My practices weren't well received. Guess I rubbed things the wrong way. But I won't let the past write the script for my future. No matter how hairy things are, no matter how wet any of us get, I'm gonna find that little man in the boat if it's the last thing I do.
Until next time, remember, sometimes the biggest mystery right in front of our face is our own reflection.